Welcome to an overview of Comfort Zone Camp in North Carolina. My name is Gary Tomlinson, and I'll be your narrator for this PowerPoint presentation. We're pleased that you've taken your time to watch this video to learn more about a place where children can come together to begin to cope and heal from personal loss and grief. This overview is divided into 4 parts. The first part is the story of Comfort Zone Camp. The second part is why we serve bereaved children and the startling statistics associated with unaddressed grief. The third is about our camp and the characteristics that distinguish it from other bereavement programs and traditional therapeutic offerings. And the fourth part is how you can make a difference for children who are grieving and how that difference can be priceless. Comfort Zone Camp was founded in 1998 in Richmond, Virginia. The camp program was born out of a desire to provide a caring community and a safe haven in which children between the ages of 7 and 18 who are grieving the loss of a parent, sibling, or primary caregiver are heard, understood, and taught healthy ways to process their grief. These free camps include confidence-building programs and age-based support groups that break the emotional isolation grief often brings. Since their doors opened 14 years ago, over 5,000 children have been helped, all at no cost to attend. In 2010, Comfort Zone Camp in North Carolina, sponsored by the New York Life of Raleigh office, was established. The mission of North Carolina's Comfort Zone Camp is to bring communities and business leaders together in order to support and fund CZZ's grief services to North Carolina's children and their families. Comfort Zone Camp in North Carolina provides grieving children with a voice, a place, and a community in which to heal, grow, and lead more fulfilling lives. Our vision is to create a blueprint in which to replicate and expand Comfort Zone Camp services throughout our cities and our states, utilizing other New York Life offices. 1 in 7 children will lose a parent or sibling before the age of 20. The death of a parent or sibling is undeniably one of the most traumatic events a child can experience. However, most parents, schools, and social programs, they lack the tools needed to help children address their grief adequately. Instead of finding a supportive, understanding community in the wake of a parent or sibling death, most children find that friends can't relate to the loss, family members are consumed with handling their own grief, and society rewards them for soldiering on or showing little to no reaction to such a life-altering event. This gap in both services and understanding often leads to a severe emotional isolation in children that can negatively affect their ability to reach their full potential at home, in school, and in their communities. Children who are left to process their grief on their own are a highly vulnerable population. Research shows that children with unaddressed grief are 5 times more likely to commit suicide, 9 times more likely to drop out of high school, 10 times more likely to engage in substance abuse, and 20 times more likely to have behavioral disorders. These behaviors are more prevalent in grieving children because children experience a powerful emotional isolation following the death of a parent or sibling. Family members are often consumed with their own grief, friends can't relate, and the loss of a parent automatically redefines a family as a single-parent home, which includes its own set of challenges and changes to the family. This ripple effect of suicide, teenage dropout, substance abuse, and behavioral disorders on a family and community can have a devastating impact. Of the few resources available regarding grief, most are geared towards adults, not children. The Comfort Zone Camp formula has been designed to help provide the tools that enable them to remain healthy, productive members of their families, schools, and their communities. Comfort Zone Camp believes that providing children with an ongoing, strong support network and multiple opportunities to tackle grief-related issues as they arise, we increase the children's likelihood of reaching their full potential and utilizing that potential as they transition into adulthood. North Carolina's Comfort Zone Camp is held at Camp Kanata, which is located in Wake Forest, North Carolina. These life-enriching camps are defined by CZZ's philosophy that no child should be left to grieve alone. Comfort Zone Camp is a strength-based and confidence-building program where vulnerability and safe risk-taking is rewarded. Although our camp includes age-based therapeutic group sessions, there's also lots of fun and traditional camp activities for our campers. Here are just some of the characteristics that distinguish Comfort Zone Camp from other bereavement programs and traditional therapeutic offerings. One is our year-round access. Now, there are very few permanent bereavement camps available in the United States, and many bereavement camp programs are one-time offerings provided by non-bereavement organizations, and there's little opportunity to maintain the community formed while at camp. Comfort Zone Camp provides a strong program and a peer community from which campers may draw support, or to which they may lend support as issues arrive throughout their entire grief journey. Comfort Zone camps are free to all children. Now, children are not in control of their family's finances, and grief knows no economic boundaries. Therefore, our program is free to all children, regardless of economic background. Now, for children who are from low-income or disadvantaged families, and for whom the cost of travel would prohibit attendance, travel scholarships and parent lodging during camp may be available. Another unique characteristic is that it's effective by design. The Comfort Zone Camp program was specifically designed using research and the input of qualified children's grief therapists. It addresses grief according to how children actually grieve, which is a very different process from how adults grieve. It's interesting to note that many other bereavement resources available today are actually geared towards adult patterns of grief, not children's. And then there's our little buddy, big buddy matching process. Each weekend, camp has approximately 50-plus campers, and campers are paired one-to-one with volunteers throughout the entire weekend in a little buddy, big buddy system. Campers often come to camp starved for attention because the family in their life is consumed with handling their own grief, and the one-to-one pairing model provides a dedicated mentor, friend, and anchor for each camper. Many of our volunteer big buddies also suffered the loss of a loved one as a child and are able to add a unique element to the camper's experience through the sharing of their own grief journey. The matching process happens prior to camp, after campers and volunteers are thoroughly screened. Now, matches are based on compatibility of personality, grief experience, hobbies, and cultural backgrounds. There's also a thorough training and orientation program for these big buddies, as well as for all camp volunteers. And finally, there's the removal of barriers. Children often feel like they're totally alone and that no one could possibly understand them after a parent or sibling death. While every bereavement camp offers loss as a basis for bonding, Comfort Zone Camp creates multiple opportunities for children to meet others who are healing from the same specific type of loss, such as a parent to suicide or a sibling to illness. And they're able to do so through either their big buddy match or their healing circles. This matching process truly helps children realize that they're not alone, which is a very important revelation in a child's grief journey. Comfort Zone Camp in North Carolina is a grassroots effort, so your support both financially as well as by being an advocate is vital to ensure these services continue year after year. Because camp is free to all campers, we need your support to help grieving North Carolina children. There are a number of ways you can make a difference. For example, sponsoring a camper. A donation of $500 will send a child to camp, and please note that 100% of your donation goes to sponsoring a camper. You can also make a difference by participating in our annual CZZ golf tournament, which is held each year in the fall. You can make a difference by volunteering at our camps. Comfort Zone Camp needs more than 85 volunteers for each camp weekend, and as the number of campers grow, so does our need for volunteers of all ages. You can make a difference by being an advocate for the children of Comfort Zone Camp. You can assist us in educating our community by telling your friends, family members, and business associates about Comfort Zone Camp and how they can make a difference. And you can also make a difference by encouraging a family with a grieving child to register for camp. And remember to tell them that it's free of charge. Thank you for taking your time to hear about our cause and about Comfort Zone Camp in North Carolina. For more information, we invite you to visit our website at www.czcnc.org. We also invite you to join us in investing in the lives of grieving children in our community. And we do so because your support is priceless.